Political coverage tonight.
She is a special person, a very, very fine woman. I want to thank you for an outstanding job. Yes, sir. And thank you. Come. Thank you.
White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders is stepping down from her post at the end of the month. She has been a close aide and strong defender of the president during her more than 2 years in that position. Sanders says she will return to her home state of Arkansas. The president has not yet named a successor, but we're learning Sanders may have political hopes in the future. For more on that, here's our political analyst, Dr. Brian Calfano.
Well, Heather, you caught me out here enjoying this beautiful June weather, and I guess the question is whether the political weather will be quite as sunny for Sarah Huckabee Sanders should she decide to get into some kind of race in Arkansas in the near future. I think there's two reasons why she'd do well. The first, of course, is her close relationship with President Trump. The strong endorsement the president gave her all but assures that the folks in Arkansas who are big supporters of the president will end up transferring that support to her. And make no mistake, President Trump remains very popular in Arkansas and should do very well there next year in his re-election campaign. The other thing that Sarah has going for her, essentially, is the Huckabee political name, which still garners a lot of goodwill from Mike Huckabee's time in the governor's mansion in the 1990s. Now, what would be kind of the disadvantage for Sanders if she decides to get into a race? Well, the most obvious one, assuming she has her eyes on the governor's mansion, is that that job doesn't open up technically until January 2023. She'd have to run in the 2022 November race to win that position. It's a long time from now, at least politically speaking. So she has to worry about that. The other thing is, we don't really know much about Sarah Sanders as a political entity unto herself. We know she was a loyal spokesperson for President Trump. She managed to garner a lot of respect among Republicans for her work. She also garnered a lot of folks who wonder about her judgment, given some of the more controversial things she's done. And certainly some folks in the press are not happy that she spent days on end not holding press conferences. So lots of rancor in some parts of the American electorate and other parts of American institutions about Sarah Sanders. She'd be best served to pick a policy area or two that are really important in terms of what folks in Arkansas need for their daily lives to improve. You got to think she's got a decent chance if she can pull those sort of things off. Heather?